What's up, guys? Artem MMA Analysis here. I'm going to be talking about Caio Borralho versus Armen Petrosyan. I'm very happy that this fight has been made, and I'm very happy that this fight has been made at the time it's been made. This is exactly what I expected out of Caio Borralho. I expected him to be fighting very often, and very often is how he's fighting. He's not 30 years old yet. He's obviously still trying to build his name in the sport. He had a very, very impressive showing in the last one. Unfortunately, it did have to end by a technical decision to Gadzi Omagadziev, but he was dominating that entire fight. In fact, he was probably on way to finishing it in the third round, but then unfortunately he did knee Gadzi Omagadziev when he had hands on the ground, still in the head accidentally, and it was ruled a technical decision there for Caio Borralho. It's pretty scary though, as Gadzi Omagadziev was really trying to pull the Aljamain Sterling there. Unfortunately, didn't work for him, and yeah, Caio Borralho gets the win and moves on and fights Armen Petrosyan. But this is exactly what I expected out of Caio Borralho. This guy's a savage, man. He went to a decision with Jailton Almeida in a grappling tournament, and Jailton Almeida's going to be fighting at heavyweight soon. Crazy, but this is what I love about Caio Borralho, man. He fought in the fourth month, so in April, and now he's going to be fighting 3 months later. He's going to be fighting very often, and what's what I like to see? He's 3 times in the last 6 months. He fought 6 months ago against Aaron Jeffrey, and then 3 weeks later, 7 months ago, anyway, 3 weeks later against Jesse Murray in Dana White's Contender Series, got himself a contract. Then he beat Gadzi Omagadziev as the underdog. Looked very, very impressive in that showing as well. And now he's going to be fighting Armen Petrosyan, who's a very good prospect. He recently won a split decision over Gregory Rodriguez. I feel like some people think that Gregory Rodriguez won that fight, but I think the majority of people do agree with the decision in that one there. Armen Petrosyan, if you guys don't know, is a very, very good kickboxer. He also came into the UFC off Dana White's Contender Series, where he beat Kaloyan Kolev. I actually picked Armen Petrosyan to win this one as well over Kaloyan Kolev, and then he did beat Gregory Rodriguez in his UFC debut. So both guys have had very tough UFC debuts. Caio Borralho beat another debuting guy. Armen Petrosyan beat a guy that had been fighting the UFC before. Two prospects fighting up against each other. I love to see it. Two very good middleweight prospects. I feel like Caio Borralho is a great middleweight prospect, and I feel like Caio Borralho is a little bit more well-rounded than Armen Petrosyan. Yes, Armen Petrosyan's got an insane kickboxing game, and it's very impressive. But I feel like Caio Borralho's got the ground game that can pose problems for Petrosyan, and we're going to see a Caio Borralho submission, and this one in my opinion. But man, look at the disrespect to Petrosyan. There's only 40 votes on Tapology, but 90% are picking Borralho. I'm picking Borralho submission, man. I feel like Borralho is so legit, man. He's so good. He was beating Gadzi Omagadziev, who's a great prospect himself, 13-0. He was beating the brakes off him. I think he's on way to a finish in the third round. Man, Caio Borralho is a problem in this division. I feel like if he can use the fight IQ to keep the fight on the ground where Armen Petrosyan won't be as comfortable, we're going to see a Caio Borralho submission, and that's my pick. I think Caio Borralho is such a good prospect to look out for if you haven't picked up already. I'm very, very high on him. I picked him as the underdog to beat Gadzi Omagadziev. I picked him to beat Jesse Murray. I picked him to lose against Aaron Jeffrey. I did pick him to lose against Aaron Jeffrey, but he impressed me when he beat Jesse Murray, and that's when I jumped on the train. I picked him to beat Omagadziev. I feel like he's a great prospect to look out for. Armen Petrosyan is a great prospect as well, but Caio Borralho is where I've put all of my marbles. I've put all of my chips in the Caio Borralho side. I'm a big fan of Caio Borralho. He's a very good prospect, and he's actually quite big as well. He's quite big for a 5'10" guy at 185. I will say that too. Very good grappling game. He's trained extensively Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Damian Maia for a very long time. I know he was like, Jiu-Jitsu training with Damian Maia for a while. Jailton Almeida, he did lose a grappling, but that was to escape time. I mean, Caio Borralho is a problem, man. He's a problem on the feet, he's probably on the mat, but I feel like he's definitely more of a problem on the mat against someone like Armen Petrosyan. Very well-rounded skill set for Caio Borralho. Very difficult fight again. Caio Borralho does not take he does not take easy fights. He's taken two very difficult fights in the UFC already, and I feel like he's going to shine through on this one again. He's going to fight twice in the UFC in about 3 months. Very good look for the boss as well. I'm very happy to see Caio Borralho back in there again. You guys know I love fighters that fight often. Armen Petrosyan kind of is one of those too. He only fought a couple of months ago, and before that he fought Kaloyan Kolev 6 months ago. I'm picking Caio Borralho. I'm very happy that he's fighting often. He's done it before for Dana White's Contender Series. This is about 2 months' notice. He's going to have a full camp, I'm assuming, to fight a guy like Armen Petrosyan. He's going to be in shape. He fought very, very recently. Tapology's backing him. I'm backing him big time. Very keen on Caio Borralho to win as a great prospect in this one here. I feel like the odds aren't going to disrespect him like they did in the first fight as well.